YouTube, the story of why Wario hates Mario. Wait, did I do that right? There we go.
I remember as a kid stepping into this room in Super Mario Land 2 and looking at this obnoxious nightmare fuel. A blood-curdling
I never played
8-bit
this.
laugh coupled with this great value version of Mario hopping off.
What game is this? I never played this ever in my life. I've never seen this ever.
This throne and charging at you. Grade A Nintendo weirdness. This is the very first appearance of Wario, an enigma within the Mario franchise that has gone from this hot mess to a well-established and, dare I say, charming character. But how did he come to meet Mario and eventually get two series that stood on their own feet? Let's dig a little deep.
I mean, I kind of like Wario in Smash Brothers. He was definitely pretty dope with Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers Brawl, I think it was. You know, when you come out on his bike and everything too. It's pretty lit.
Deeper into the origins of Wario and find out. I am the Mentalk, and welcome everyone to Origin Oracle. Kick back, grab some snacks, and let's head back in time.
Destroy Mario!
Wario's debut game was none other than Super Mario Land 2's 6 Golden Coins, released in 1992 for the Game Boy. This time the game takes place on Mario's own private island, known simply as Mario Land, complete with his own castle and a massive mechanical version of himself. I guess saving the Mushroom Kingdom a couple of times made Mario a very rich man, and possibly a narcissist.
Please bring me pizza and make sure that these boxes are not recycled.
The story begins shortly after the
What?
events of Super Mario Land, as Mario returns from saving Princess Daisy from the evil alien Tatanga in the Empire of Sarasaland. You should go check that video out. But before Mario can head back to start sipping Mai Tais in his throne room, it looks like Wario has hypnotized all the inhabitants of the island and conquered Mario's castle while he was away. I also like that the story in the instructions booklet is told from Mario's perspective, who mentions that Wario has been jealous of his popularity ever since they were boys. We'll look at his perspective.
While I was away crusading against the mysterious alien Tatanga in Sarasa Land, an evil creep took over my castle and put the people of Mario Land under his control with a magic spell. This intruder... A magic spell? So does Warrior know magic? Is he a wizard? Or did he just so happen to, like, have something that put them under a spell? This intruder goes by the name of Wario. He has been jealous of my popularity ever since we were boys and has tried to steal my castle many times. Okay, it seems he has succeeded this time. Wario has scattered the 6 golden coins from my castle all over.
Who mentions that Wario has been jealous of his popularity ever since they were boys. We'll look more into that later. For now, Mario has to go track down the 6 golden coins that Wario spread around the island, since they serve as the keys to his castle. And you'd think Mario would take these with him if Wario's tried this multiple times already. Anyway, Mario sets off to the 6 major zones on his island to get back each of the 6 golden coins, each guarded by a different boss like Witch and Big Bird. I know I complained about the lack of localization for the boss names from the first Super Mario Land.
Why they look like Pokemon?
Definitely a bit plain. So Mario Land is split up into the Tree Zone, Space Zone, Macro Zone, Pumpkin Zone.
This place sure feels haunted.
No, he did not, bro.
Turtle Zone, and Mario Zone, which gives this game a really diverse set of levels, each with much more elaborate backgrounds and level design than the first game.
Topanga.
Yes, they even featured Tatanga as a boss in the Space
Tatanga.
Zone, returning as
Topanga.
Wario's minion.
That's what made me thought about that. That's so funny.
To get revenge against Mario. So while Mario hears,
Bro, I was already planning on watching this. I was planning on watching some YouTube videos. That's why. But I did want to do my green screen setup. I at least wanted to get that done. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't know, bro. I'm just going to be streaming. It don't matter. Sometimes I'm just going to stream and it's going to be random shit. All right. Fuck it. Just chill with me, bro. Can you feel? Can you chill with me? Just chill.
He's collecting the golden coins.
Chill.
Let's see how this game and Wario came to be. Super Mario Land 2's development was once again handed back to Nintendo R&D 1, the team responsible for the first Super Mario Land title, and Gunpei Yokoi would return as the producer. This would be yet another title without the involvement of Shigeru Miyamoto, who worked with another department, Nintendo Entertainment Analysis and Development. And if you're curious, they're probably working on Super Mario Kart around this time. The developers of Super Mario Land 2 wanted to take another departure.
My camera needs crop, Ben. Here, let me see. Let me fix it. Hold on. Give me a second while I fix that. I think that's better. The second video I posted on your YouTube. No, I haven't. I didn't see your second video yet, bro. How's that? Is that better?
From what was already established in Mario titles.
I look smashed.
One of these major changes was
Oh no. I do? Yeah, I might do that again. Yeah, let me see. I can't really see what I look like. Oh, excuse me. Is that better? Do I still look smashed? Hold on. Do I still look smooshed? I don't even have VHS. It's not cropped enough on the left. I'll fix it later. I'll fix it absolute in a bit.
A princess from the equation.
Yeah, that's the same thing. That's the same thing I'm doing right now. That's the same thing I'm doing right now, game. What you just said. I have to like look at the phone, but I also need like chat up too. It's weird.
Get something back that once belonged to him. But who would he be fighting against? Well, the team made several attempts to determine this and
because once I start reading chat, I can't look at the video on one phone. Like I need another phone to look at the video of chat. It's weird. For real, I just need a second monitor, and that'll solve a lot of issues.
Yokoi would return as the producer. This would be yet another title without the involvement of Shigeru Miyamoto, who worked with another department, Nintendo Entertainment Analysis and Development. And if you're curious, they're probably working on Super Mario Kart around this time. The developers of Super Mario Land 2 wanted to take another departure from what was already established in Mario titles. One of these major changes was removing a princess from the equation, and instead having to have Mario strive to get something back that once belonged to him. But who would he be?
Yeah, they finally decided, let's not have Mario chase no hoe this game. Like, he's always chasing some hoe. Like, let's just not do that this time.
be fighting against? Well, the team made several attempts to determine this and rejected many designs for the game's antagonist in the process. Hiroji Kiyotake was a young developer on the team at the time and served as one of the directors for the game. He'd be the one to introduce the idea of Wario, with his name being one of the very first things they all agreed upon. The name itself is a combination of Warui, the Japanese word for bad, and Mario, and it just so happens if you flip the M on Mario's cap, you get a W.
Wow. It's way... I knew it had to be such a different meaning, more different meaning than, oh, we just flipped it up. We just flipped it around. And that's why. Mario, Wario. No, it actually has some type of meaning behind it. Of course it would.
I guess we can thank the alphabet for that one.
You're welcome.
So Kiyotake would work with the assistant character designer Takehiko Hosokawa to flesh out the details.
Of course it would, because the W is an English... It's an English letter. An M.
Wanting to give a Bluto to Mario's Popeye. And seeing they did the same thing to come up with Donkey Kong, Popeye really deserves our thanks for all the inspiration he's brought into the Mario universe. The design would be finalized by none other than Yoichi Kotabe, the lead artist for the Mario series at that time, with him drawing inspiration from both Bluto and Stromboli, one of the antagonists from Disney's Pinocchio. Oh, and if you guys were wondering, Wario weighs 308 pounds, and this is what he looks like on the inside.
I never asked for this.
Wait, what?
308 pounds, and this is what he looks like on the inside.
That's his anatomy. He has onions and garlic in there.
I never asked for this.
So this detail isn't crazy important, but I found it funny that Kiyotake's favorite enemy in the game was the bee fly in the tree and macro zones. The way they're programmed, you can take them out by just jumping on them since they fly away too fast. And apparently this amused Kiyotake to the point where he was laughing out loud when he first interacted with them, and mentioned how excited he was to see players get frustrated while struggling to take them out.
I love useless characters that do nothing in games. So the first time I saw the bee fly, I burst out laughing. I said, I know there'll be people who hate this, but let's leave it in anyway.
So if you all ever wondered if game developers laugh themselves to sleep at your misfortune in a video game...
Of course. Why not? I love that Caleb video. That's such a good Caleb video to choose from.
The answer is yes. This game is a classic gem, and even though it obviously serves as a sequel
Shouts out Caleb City.
to Super Mario Land, it's an improvement in every possible way. It's lengthier, more challenging, has interesting level themes, and a banging soundtrack by Nintendo's sound veteran and Yoshi's voice actor, Kazumi Totaka. I definitely recommend checking this out if you haven't. It still holds up pretty well and even has a ROM hack called Super Mario Land 2 DX that gives the entire game a splash of color, which honestly breathes new life into it. Anyway, let's see how Mario's doing. Oh nice, you have the last golden coin. Well, it's off to Mario's castle to finally take down Wario, and we've come full circle with Wario grinding his feet on Mario's couch. This is an interesting boss battle.
This guy has some taste in humor. That Dave Chappelle skit was fire.
We've come
nigga, fuck your couch.
full circle with Wario grinding his feet on Mario's couch. This is an interesting boss.
They should have never gave you niggas money. Darknesses.
Boss battle in itself, as Wario goes through 3 phases using different power-ups that Mario has been utilizing within the course of the game. Despite Wario's best efforts, Mario wins the day, and Wario is reduced to a crying mess on the floor. This was a nice touch. Well, with Mario's castle reclaimed and peace restored to his lands, what happens to Wario? Well, before we get into that, I wanted to take a look at the earliest point chronologically in Wario's timeline. Seeing as Mario mentions him in the manual for Super Mario Land, it's safe to say that they've met before, but where exactly did they meet? Well, we'd see their very first meeting in a game known...
Why did the mental image I have of this guy in my head, he was white. He was white. He was white in my head. And then I saw him and I was like, oh. I guess I'm wrong.
known as Yoshi's Island DS. I spoke about this game in more detail in Mario's origin video, but I think we need to talk about it for Wario's sake here. So in Yoshi's Island DS, Bowser goes back in time to kidnap a bunch of babies from the Mushroom Kingdom in hopes to find the 7 Star Children, a set of kids that have magical stars within them that, when collected, can make someone the ruler of the universe. I don't know how that works, but that's what the story says.
Okay.
Baby Mario, Luigi, and Peach are kidnapped by Kamek and the Toadies, But this kidnapping is cut short by the stork, who's finally had it with these guys coming to kidnap babies. This scuffle causes Kamek and the Toadies to drop Mario and Peach, and they fall into the care of the Yoshis, who go on an adventure to stop Bowser and save all the children. We see baby Wario as one of these babies who was also kidnapped, but the Toadies couldn't take his crying anymore, so they abandoned him in a cave.
That's
That's
crazy.
pretty funny.
That's crazy. They just left him. He was like, this kid is annoying, bro.
Yoshi,
We out. That's crazy.
along with the other babies, find Wario and take him along for the adventure. Chronologically, this serves as Mario and Wario's very first meeting. There's not much to baby Wario here, as they based a lot of his personality on his future greedy persona, with him even leaving the group for a bit to join bandits. And later on, he would even feud with baby Bowser for a bit over treasure. Yoshi's Island DS is one of those Mario plots that you don't think too hard about, especially with this baby DK being the source of a lot of debate. But I'll save that rabbit hole for another video. We get a little more context to Mario and Wario's earlier encounters in 1993 from a short comic series called Mario vs. Wario, published within the pages of Nintendo Power issue number 44. The comic was intended to give a little bit more background on why Wario is so adversarial to Mario. And it opens with Mario getting a letter from Wario inviting him to a party at his house so they can catch up after 20 years. So after getting the letter, Mario's actually pretty excited to go visit Wario and takes a moment to reminisce the good times that they had as children on his way there. Meanwhile, we see that Wario never enjoyed their time together, accusing Mario of bullying him the whole time, especially when they played cowboys as children. Out of the 1,255 times they played cowboys, Wario only got to be the sheriff once. You find out most of the misfortune here that Wario's describing isn't exactly Mario's fault, but the grudge has already been born, as Wario intends to get his revenge upon Mario's arrival. Most of the events in this comic has Mario being
So actually, he's mad at Mario because when they played, he never got to be the sheriff. Did you ask? Or I don't understand.
ambushed by
I bet he just held a grudge. Like, he didn't even ask. He was just probably like, man, these motherfuckers is weird. They never let me be the sheriff. I'm just gonna harvest this hatred inside with me until I grow old.
the bosses from Super
Bruh.
Mario Land 2.
You
But he
can
just
be the
kinda
sheriff, bro.
naively
Just
stumbles
ask.
his way through each of these encounters.
That's it.
Like in his fight with Witch, she throws pot lids at him and he ends up latching it onto his shoes. He ends up just thanking her and uses them to walk across
The bad
water
guys
on
are
his
the
way
good
to
guys?
Mario's.
Facts.
And I don't sense any snark here from Mario. I just think he legitimately thinks these bosses are playing around with him. Anyway, Mario finally arrives at Wario's castle and immediately
Ew, look at Wario. Why he look like that? Mario, I didn't think you'd make it this far. It's me, Wario. Bruh.
Wario attacks, but just by pulling his air plug on his clothes, Wario deflates down to a much smaller size and once again accuses Mario of always being a bully. This seems to be complete news to Mario, and he tells Wario to let bygones be bygones and to stop being a wimp. Maybe Mario actually is a
Maybe he was a bully, bruh. Hold up.
bully. To add insult to
Oh shit. You called it, babe. Mario is a bully. Like, confirmed.
injury, the
Confirmed. Facts. It's canon.
comic ends with Mario whipping out the old sheriff
Oh my
outfit
gosh,
to traumatize Wario once again. So this comic was re-released a
Wait,
couple of times,
what?
whipping out the old. Maybe Mario actually is a bully. To add insult to injury, the comic ends with Mario whipping out the old sheriff outfit to traumatize Wario once again. So this comic was
What? He actually was the bully though. Like, legit. He's like, ha, I got you, old cowpoke. What the fuck, bruh? This nigga's a menace.
re-released a couple of times with a reprint in the Super Mario Adventures comic, and later as a downloadable file on the Wario Land 4 website. Speaking of which, this website was called Welcome to Greedville, which apparently is called the hometown of Wario. You had the opportunity to play.
Nah, bruh. I'm over it. I can't believe this. My whole world is turned upside down. Let's watch this. This is Bow Wow, the golden boy of the 90s, grew to hate his life in music. What? No wonder we haven't heard from him.
What's up? This is your man, Lil Bow Wow. like a real man supposed to. I never would have approached you if I ain't have intentions of doing.
In the 90s,
That was a
one child
banger.
managed
I'm
to
old.
become a
Don't-
star
don't-
at
don't-
such a young
I know.
age,
All right.
but this golden boy ended up developing a hatred for rap.
So basketball is your first love. What's your second love? Music or movies?
Music. Because music is the one that got me to the whole movie thing. If it wasn't for my movies, I probably wouldn't be doing no like.
A few moments later.
Rap shit brings stress. I don't like no motherfucking stress. I ain't been stressed all motherfucking year up until right now.
In this video, we'll figure
Well,
out why this
okay.
happened, why he wanted to commit suicide, and why he grew to hate.
Whoa, damn. I thought he said the word. I'm glad he bleeped that bitch out. The fuck?
The very thing that brought him millions. Bow Wow, whose real name is Chad Gregory Moss, was born on March 9th, 1987. From an early age, the boy was drawn to hip-hop and loved listening to gangsta rap, so it doesn't come as a surprise that he initially took on the name Kid Gangsta. Later, he learns that Dr. Dre
I didn't know
and
that.
Snoop Dogg were coming to his city. The Chronic Tour wasn't a place most parents would consider taking their 6-year-old, but Chad's mother Teresa wasn't most parents. She took him everywhere. During a pause in the show, the announcer's voice carried over the crowd. Did anyone want to come up and rap? Chad's hand shot up. That moment, his
Homie's forehead's big as shit. Usually you grow into a big forehead. Homie had a forehead. And it looked like somebody fucked his hair up. Like, what happened? Someone did him dirty. That is crazy.
life changed. The crowd began to cheer. Chad felt himself being lifted up. Over his mother's head, over the heads of the fans. Suddenly he was
Over his
on
own head. Because that shit was big as shit.
stage,
Alright, let me
looking
stop.
out
Let me stop. Hold up. What?
his head over the heads of the fans. Suddenly he was on stage. Looking out into the audience, he saw the thousands of people there for his heroes, for Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Now they were all waiting for him.
He didn't know what was going on. I remember asking my mother, like, did they boo? Like, did they boo? Because, I mean, when it was so much money, but it was love.
During a break between sets for musicians, fans were asked if they wanted to get up on stage and rap. Most of them weren't very good, so when Chad approached the microphone, nobody was
That's Lil Bow? That's crazy.
expecting much. They were about to
Homie look like, what, like 7?
be surprised. He wasn't very nervous. He'd done this before at local talent shows and in his living room. After his set, Chad was rushed backstage. The headliner wanted to meet him. Snoop Dogg had heard Chad's performance. He was impressed. Backstage,
Yeah,
the
actually.
older hip-hop star looked at Chad and saw something familiar. He saw the same energy, the
Snoop
same
Doggy
stage
Dogg.
confidence, and the same skills he had.
Hey, for a young boy though, come on. He's like, yo, who? There's a little gangster in yo, that's crazy.
He looked at Chad and gave him a new name, Lil Bow Wow. Snoop had just one question for the new kid. Would he like to join the tour? Teresa agreed. For the rest of the summer, Chad performed before packed
That's
stadiums.
crazy.
When the summer ended, so did the tour. It was time to go back to school and play with kids his age.
I didn't like really think, like I probably was told it before. I probably knew this before, but it makes sense that Snoop Dogg was the one who gave Bow Wow his name. Wow.
Except Chad still wanted to rap. Snoop Dogg became a mentor for the boy and once took him to participate in the video Gin and Juice.
Drama in the LBC, it's kinda hard being Snoop D-O-double G, but somehow, someway.
Nelly was like, he called me, he was like, hey, bruh, you need to get at your son, man. I'm like, huh? Bow Wow, man.
He released his debut album at the age of 13 under the name Beware of Dog, where Jermaine Dupri played a huge role.
Now dogs at, hey, Bow Wow Wow, yippee yo, yippee yay. That's that shit. What? That's
Overall,
that
the
shit
album was
too.
well
What?
received by both
God
critics and
damn, I'm
fans.
old,
Over
bro.
101,000 copies were sold in the first week, and by March 2001, the album was certified double platinum by the RIAA. Not bad for a debut album. Lil Bow Wow's second album, Doggy Bag, from 2002 was another big success. It reached number 6 on the Billboard Albums chart, eventually went platinum, and included 2 strong
That's
singles.
when he was with Jermaine Dupri and Jack. Okay.
Lil Bow Wow lived luxuriously and won
look at little Cat Williams.
I love y'all, you heard?
Oh shit. Oh shit, bruh. What a time to be alive. Like, y'all young boys nowadays don't even know, bruh. Y'all don't even know, bruh.
Holla, jigger, holla.
At a young age, he already had everything he ever wanted, including a mansion for $2 million and a bunch of cars.
It's the bumblebee, right?
Then he removes the Lil part from his name, since there were a lot of Lils at that time.
It was. It was like, I think mainly because there was Lil Bow Wow and then there was Lil Romeo, and I feel like those two were like beefing or something at the time, or like people wanted them to beef. It was weird. But then Lil Bow Wow was like, nah, fuck that. I'm not Lil Bow Wow no more. I'm just Bow Wow. What you talking about? Like, let these little motherfuckers be little motherfuckers. I was like,
album titled Unleashed
That's
didn't
what's
show
up.
impressive results and eventually sold less than 1 million copies, but several tracks did manage to hit the charts.
Conversation's amazing. In my phone, shorties in heavy rotation. Thinking to myself like this is the one. For tears, I was wishing you could tell me your fears, but I'll start with your name. You told me how you meant.
But his next album called Wanted did go platinum.
But to be honest, in the same time when he dropped the little, that's when his music kind of like, for me, at least, kind of like dropped off. What happened? What are you looking at?
I was looking at a shadow.
Shadow on the green screen.
Platinum.
I know you ain't used to it, but you gon' get.
Oh, that's my shit though. I ain't gonna lie. Let me hold you.
Cause that's the only way I'ma do when you let me.
I never had nobody do
Oh, that was the shit too. Maybe I'm lying. Holy shit, maybe I'm lying.
In 2006, he releases The Price of Fame, where again several hits appear on the Billboard chart.
You ain't gone, I ain't even a pawn. I still got a lot of pain. I ain't dealt with it all.
That was the shit too. So hard to get it out of my system. That was what? Shorty like mine? Oh, I lied. I think
In addition
I knew
to
more
music,
of these
he also
songs when he
starred in
dropped a
many
little.
films, but I'd like to pay special attention to his role in the Fast and the Furious.
Huh?
I love the movie Like Mike.
Like Mike. That was a good movie.
And Tokyo Drift is my favorite Fast and Furious movie.
Was he in that, John?
Yeah.
He was in Tokyo Drift. That is my favorite. That's my favorite too.
He owned the Hulk car.
I forgot about that. Roll Bounce was good. It was aight.
Furious, Tokyo Drift.
Don't ask, don't tell. Name's Twinkie.
Oh, yep. Look, there it was right there.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. The Hulk car.
Name's Twinkie.
That car is sweet.
That's pretty sick. That's a pretty
I
sick.
love the hair.
Yeah.
Slamming, huh?
Look at that car.
2009 would mark the
That's
last
hard.
year Bow Wow would see his song on the Billboard charts.
Give her my reputation. You don't think I would ever do right by you. You think that if you and I.
After 2010, he became a regular at court proceedings. In 2012, Bow Wow was sued by a bank in the state of Georgia over the repossession of his Lamborghini Murcielago. The bank received $161,000 when reselling the vehicle, but sued Bow Wow for the $25,000 it cost them to do so. Of course, when this was brought to the attention of the public, Bow Wow denied everything and insisted he was financially comfortable. He was brought into court again for child support later that year, and it was revealed how not okay his finances actually were. Bow Wow disclosed to the courts that he was only earning $4,000 per month at Cash Money Records.
What? What? You's capping.
Additionally, he leased a Jeep at that time. In combination with other bills, this only left him with an excess of $1,500 per month. However, it was later uncovered that Bow Wow withheld earnings from the court.
You were broke and you only made $4,000 a month.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a businessman. I mean, it's cameras rolling, so I can't.
What's
Why would you?
interesting is that the very next day, he became one of the hosts of the 106 in Park show. Later, he was ordered to pay $11,500 in child support. Those aren't his only financial woes either. He also owes collection agencies and the IRS. One agency is chasing him down for $283,000. After failing to properly file his taxes, he owes the IRS approximately $90,000 as well. The collection agency is also pursuing Bow Wow over a $283,000 judgment against him. It turned out that it was connected with the Ferrari, for which he stopped paying. After a year, he left the Cash Money Records label because they weren't releasing his music. In 2010, he announced an album with such superstars as Lil Wayne, Snoop Dogg, DMX, and so on.
Right.
And in 2016, he announced that he was retiring and would no longer make music, and that's when the fans started laughing at him. Bow Wow retires from rapping. Has he been rapping? Bow Wow retires from rap. Everyone, wait, he's still alive?
Yeah, wait, he did that in 2019? That's not that long ago. I thought he was done rapping way before then. What the fuck?
Bow Wow officially retires from rap, but he was relevant for so long it was given that he was retired.
Right.
The trolling of the rapper continued. A year later, he posts a photo where he's allegedly flying in a private jet, but as it turns out, he simply downloaded this photo from the internet, applied a
No fucking way.
filter, and voila, there you have it. But you can't hide the truth. One of the passengers recognized the rapper, took a picture of him,
I remember this shit. Wow.
and posted it on Twitter, and as it turned out, he was flying economy. After that, fans started making fun of the rapper and started the Bow Wow challenge.
Boy, Bow Weezy out here in New York City, got all my hoes with me. Always wore four better. You see them fatties. Nice out here, know what I'm
That's
saying?
mannequins.
About to go have some ice cream, go chill on a yacht, do what we like to do. About to call Diddy, call my peoples up. Everybody know I'm in New York City, 50 Cent, where you at? Know what I'm saying? Yo, what you doing? You put the camera down. Put the camera, what the fuck is you doing, fam? Look at this shit.
Yeah, just enjoy, you know, a beautiful day at the pool, you know, blessings every day, you know, every day.
So put the camera down.
Ben, stop playing. Get out the pool. What you doing? It's alright, Ben. You stay in the pool. I can see you in the pool.
I'm like, I don't not do a move pick, but I'm flying. I'm like, shit, I like the pitch. I'm gonna throw it up. Shit, I am flying to New York, but I like this picture better, you know?
No, bro. No, that's called... No. So weird. And then he's explaining himself. Oh, that's so weird.
I'm saying, so no, put a whole caption. No, I put a whole caption like...
The story doesn't end there. He also posted a photo with caption "Millionaire Lifestyle," but he was eventually found out because, as it turned out, a week before a different user uploaded this photo to their Instagram. In 2018, he returns with the announcement that his next release will be titled Odysseus, or side spelled backwards. As it turns out, he wanted to kick the bucket back in 2010.
Sometimes I just question life, like, damn, like, what else is there for me to do? Like,
However,
Yikes, man.
the album was never released, but we did hear some new tracks that gained 1 million views max on YouTube.
Outside, no. If it's up, dog, then it's up. But don't act like we won't slide. I got the car with me, I be hanging with the zones. Mix do say with the coat. 100 down for the walkthrough. Gotta keep me in bank. Lawyers involved. Money she saw. Gotta have better judgment. Fuck it, I'll take a loss.
He also created his own show called Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta. Several seasons have been released. A year later, he got into a fight with his girl. According to NBC, the police saw the couple around 4:15 a.m. The two had a big fight and already had visible traces of beatings. When questioned by the police, they began to accuse each other of assault. The police could not determine who showed aggression first, so both were detained, the police said. Photos of the couple from the department were also released, where the artist can be seen with scratches on his face. Well, everything's not all bad for Bow Wow.
The only fight I've ever gotten into was like with my cousin. Only fight I've gotten into that was a girl, like physically, was my cousin, and I felt like that's pretty much how I was ended up too. It's like, y'all really be trying to hit a female, but like they be hitting you. Like, what are you gonna do? Just can't beat her up.
At least he got to star in the movie Fast and Furious 9 again.
In case you forgot, I'm the one that figured out how to let us build rocket engines and get paid. This whole thing was my idea.
This year, he said that he wants to record his last album under...
Wait, what was that?
You forgot, I'm the one that...
The Fast Saga 2021? He was in that?
...can be seen with scratches on his face. Well, everything's not all bad for Bow Wow. At least he got to star in the movie Fast and Furious 9 again.
In case you forgot, I'm the one that figured out how to let us build rocket engines and get paid. This whole thing was my idea.
This year, he said that he wants to record his last album under the Death Row label, wanting
to be honest, I think he would do better as an actor. I don't think I've seen worse acting. That's all I can say. I'm gonna leave that at that.
His music career where it all started. A fan once asked him if he would go through all this again, knowing how it turned out, to which he replied very unexpectedly, just been an actor and never touched music.
And y'all niggas see why I don't be wanting to rap no motherfucking more. This is exactly why I'm at peace, man. I like hosting.
Oh, even he said it. Just been an actor.
Shit, making more money than half of y'all rap niggas. I like doing my podcast for Fox. I like this shit right here. That's the number one reason why a nigga don't want to rap no more. This is the reason why I do movies and I do so much other shit. It's because the rap shit brings stress. I don't like no motherfucking stress. I ain't been stressed all motherfucking year up until right now.
Or is he just trying to hype on this? What do you think? Did you listen to Bow Wow in the 2000s? Let us know in the comments. I recommend you check out the next video about why Suge Knight could have killed Snoop Dogg.
Bow Wow kinda right about that though. Kinda right. The rap shit, I like that.